September falling swiftly. I can't remember how things had changed so quickly. Faded blanket, faded flower. I see September in an April shower. September flashes by. September's gone in the blink of an eye. In the blink of an eye. The weeks of heartache overflowing. The sound of footsteps, but no one going the same direction. But lost completely, like so new fashion, so indiscreetly. September slips away. September's gone at the breaking of day. And your eyes are getting small. Got your back against the wall. I see you headed for a fall. Dried out branches, I thought of leaving, of taking chances. This endless sorrow, this useless pain. We never borrow, we never gave. September takes to flight. September's gone like a thief in the night. Like a thief in the night. Oh yeah. Like a thief in the night. Oh. Well, I see September. I see September, yeah.
All right, so it's episode 12 of the Yale Brothers podcast. What's going on, Raj?
Well, balloon drop. It's 12.
Every time you get to a number, you want to rejoice because we actually made it. Another one.
Little sirens going off and shit.
Oh, that's that's awesome, dude.
What's that noise in the background? I think it's our 40 years to this month. He said, we've been friends for 40 years and we've been through a lot together. This is my brother, Mark Mulkeen.
Special guest. Here we are. Mark, you there?
Mark Ross Mulkeen.
I am. And yes, and what do you mean he said? I've got a better memory than both you, Mother Hubbards.
Probably, man.
I know for a fact it was this month because we started LACC in September of 1980. And hello, it's September of 2020.
That's shocking.
Genius to get 40 years from that date.
I remember meeting you. I remember they kept calling Mark Mulkeen. I never heard that last name before. And
yeah, I just remember some ugly chick with some big breasts coming down in a yellow jumpsuit. I was like, that's the ugliest chick I've ever seen.
No. Yeah, I did dress a little weird. I had like yellow painter's pants with a yellow mesh shirt with a yellow kind of belt and the kind of tan
a mesh
boots.
shirt.
Yeah, kind of.
And then you had the red one too, so you went from mustard to ketchup.
Now you remember once in like one of those recital classes, I thought there people were calling roll, so I ran down there. And
oh God, that's the class. When I noticed you, because I was like, "Who's this dumb shit?" Oh, sorry.
He runs down there. It's okay.
Up front, and I'm like, "Whoops."
We'll just have to put an E on this podcast now because of you.
Oh yeah, right. Don't act like you got a clean mouth.
No, definitely not, man.
But then I really remember you more in
Come on, express yourself.
In music theory class with Salvatore Spano.
With his, what was that thing called?
His little syncopation thing called slam.
Slam, that was it.
Yeah, it was his trademark thing. He had a book out, and you had to buy his book and all that. So he was nice. Then he'd come off with
LACC is all like completely changed. They tore down that whole communications center. They tore down the football field.
Really?
Oh, well, they didn't need the football field.
Yeah, but you should see it. I mean, they've like totally wrecked the way the campus looks.
You mean when you're coming in on Vermont, there's a little breezeway between buildings? Is that gone?
That's still there, but they changed like all those the big windows that were there, that showed the stairways in both buildings.
Yeah.
That's kind of like all done. They're trying to modernize it. It just doesn't have the same vibe. That whole area really doesn't have the same vibe. It's really gone down.
Well, dude,
it's really gone downhill.
What about like we used to eat at Blimpie's all the time? Remember, Chris? Blimpie's?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Blimpie's was the bomb. I remember every damn song that used to come on the radio, and oh my God, on the radio, on the jukebox.
Oh yeah, it was great, man.
That was awesome. Now there's some like, what's it called? Cafe 50s or something is there? It's a pretty nice looking diner, but
like a themed.
I bet there's no arcade there anymore.
There is one of the big arcades is still there, man. Seriously.
No way, man.
Let's talk about some of the games they had back then.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
games. What are you talking about? Oh,
Asteroids. Miss Pac-Man.
Baby Pac-Man, Avatar,
Berserk.
Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Berserk.
Remember Berserk?
I remember that.
Did they have Tetris then? No.
Oh God! Oh no! Not that. No. When did Tetris come out? Was that like mid '80s or something?
Probably. I don't remember, but it was before that, wasn't it?
Man,
oh my God!
Probably.
Chris, what do you have to say about this 40-year friendship?
I don't know, man, but we both did a little stint at Daniel Murphy.
Oh yeah.
Yes, that's right. And I didn't even know you guys were there. And that's when you guys lived literally right down the street from me on Fuller.
I know it. I know it's crazy that you were right around the corner, man.
I know.
Did you graduate from Daniel Murphy?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
That's cool. Yeah, I thought I remembered that.
Now Murphy is if it still exists, we got to look, but I think it does. It's all co-ed now.
Is it?
No, it's actually a Jewish yeshiva school, I believe.
Well,
Daniel Murphy? Really?
Yeah, it hasn't been Daniel Murphy for a long time.
Oh, no kidding.
Oh, trip out.
Yeah, they couldn't afford to keep it open anymore.
It was on 3rd in Detroit. Remember?
Well, it's very it's heavy, kind of Hasidic area, right? So.
Oh yeah, and that makes a lot more sense. It fits in with the neighborhood more than a Catholic church.
What are you Catholic boys doing up in here?
I know, right?
No, but it was fun. It was fun in a strict, weird way, I guess.
They weren't really that strict. Come on,
It wasn't that fun.
It wasn't that fun.
But we met some cool people, good friends, man.
Did you have Brother Jim in science?
Oh my God! Oh, that dude was so weird.
Dude, he got me on something called Goon Platoon. I got in trouble.
He had to clean.
And I had to go. My name was on there. I had to go clean the stairwells for the senior stairwells.
There's only one senior stairwell. Everything else was for everyone else, and then the senior stairwell.
I got Goon Platoon 2 once, but I got it I was so stupid. I was running out of class. It was like right at the end of class, and our dean of boys was coming up, and I did not see him. And everybody's running. I was like, I think it was either like right before summer break or something, and we're all like really excited, and I yell out some nice, choicey curse words.
Yeah. That's not like you.
You can yell them out here.
No, me? He's like, hello, Mulkeen. I'm like, oh, crap.
Hey, I'm Irish, man. Cut me some slack.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So wait, who was that wasn't Father Leo.
No, Father Leo was the principal.
we had I can't remember the first dean of boys, but the guy that busted me was Carl Meyer, who used to be.
I do.
He used to be one of the English teachers, and then our original dean of boys left, and this guy took over.
Oh,
and he was an absolute jerk.
Oh man,
as a teacher too.
Oh, terrible, man. My English teacher was a coach named Mr. Terrace.
Oh, I remember him.
Mr.
Coach T. Coach T.
First day of Tedesco and Terrace. Yeah.
First year, I'm sitting there minding my own business. He's giving like his little beginning of the year speech, and he's behind me, and he grabs my shoulder and almost made me cry, like squeezing it right here. Because what I just did there is what everyone else gets if you're talking and you're doing something wrong.
Yeah, like come up behind you and give you the Vulcan death grip,
the
man.
meek and mild Roger.
Oh my God! Oh man, listen to this.
You remember how they used to always like try to separate us whenever they put us together though in the classroom.
LACC.
Yeah, and he'd be like, "How do I?" And he'd be like, "Was it Spano who did it?"
No, it was Wes Abbott.
Oh, I remember.
Oh, it was Wes Abbott, and then wouldn't he always go? How do you guys always wind up going back together again when I do this all like in a hat or something? How do you guys? I'm like, well, I don't know. You tell me, Mr. Smart Guy.
Yeah,
your process obviously isn't working right if we seem to come back together all the time.
Oh my God, he was a trip, man.
Oh, and Coach Anderson, remember him?
Yeah, health class. Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Oh, poor guy.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Well, how about that Dr. Jolly lady that you guys used to talk about?
Florence
she was
Jolly.
The best.
She
thought aliens were attacking her in her brain. Yeah.
I thought they were lived in her teeth.
With their that's right.
Or they communicated through her fillings or something.
Oh, sure.
I don't know.
A human antenna.
That's
somehow.
right. I still remember the day that we heard that she passed away, and then we all went to Blimpie's and sat there, and because that was really sad.
Yeah, I heard she was.
Because she had just been talking. She had just been talking like the day before that, because she was doing her class, and she'd go, "Oh no, you can't interrupt my class right now. No." And I'd be like, "Oh God!" And the next day, we heard she fell in the shower or something like that.
Oh no,
that's weird.
Yeah. Oh, poor thing. I mean, what?
I just remember she played the most. I've never heard that when she played piano. It always brought a smile on my face because it was just so lovely. She had the most beautiful style, very joyful. Yes, that's a perfect word.
Oh, she's sweet. Damn, we could fill up a whole podcast episode on just LACC, but then
oh my gosh,
it's
I missed. I was late to the party at LACC. So yeah,
you came next semester.
Oh, that's right. You came the following semester. That's right.
Yeah.
Screwed up my little independence.
Oh well, I didn't bother you. I wasn't even around.
Different track.
That's true.
Oh my God!
I was probably hiding in a cinema class, stoned or something. Who knows?
Oh,
shoot!
Probably.
Remember
probably.
Yeah. Let's talk about the spaghetti factory and the little choo-choo train thing in the middle.
Oh man.
Oh my God! Bacardi cocktails.
Well, I remember. Go ahead, Raj.
Mark, that was awesome.
We duck in for lunch, man.
I used to work at Motown, and you and I would go to lunch there.
And I would come from. Wasn't that when I was working at Universal? And I would come pick you up, and we'd go and we'd take these like 2 or 3 hour lunches.
Crazy.
I don't know, but I remember you and I went once, Mark, and we had like a couple bottles of wine.
I think we had.
Oh, that's right.
I think it wasn't. I think maybe we took the long things when we went back to LACC for a film class and we were drunk.
Maybe I honestly can't believe that. And I never like. You remember I was never like a big like drunk. Didn't really drink a lot, but when I did, I would drink a bit. But I cannot believe to this day that I even got in the car and ever drove back then.
Yeah, I get. Well, we did. We all. I mean, we're all lucky. We all. Yeah.
Thank God. I remember never being impaired. I never felt impaired. Ever.
I never really saw you like that. So.
And then to this day, like if I have one drink now, I'm like someone's driving my car home.
That's good.
Seriously, I mean, for the last like 15, 20 years, I'm like, no, I ain't happening.
No, that's perfect. No. So you know what? We might have.
I won't drink.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I'm not drinking right now, but We might have just had one bottle of wine, but back then it might have felt like a lot. You never know.
Oh yeah, wine back then used to really kick my butt. Now I drink. In fact, I drink wine more than I would drink a cocktail these days because I don't drink a lot either. It's like once every 6 months or so. I'll have like a glass of Chianti or something. Like if I get a bottle of wine, it'll last me 6 months.
Well,
you want a medal?
I wish I could be like that, but I can't. If I'm drinking, I'm drinking, man. So I just as soon leave it alone. Or if I'm on, I'm on.
Yeah.
You know, so
well, you guys let me know.
I'll drink. I'll drink if we go out. Like if I go out to celebrate something with people, we'll have a few drinks. Yes. Or if we're hanging here, I'll have a few drinks, but I don't like to go out and drink.
Michelli's.
And he says here.
Oh, Michelli's.
I want to talk about Hollywood, but we say here.
Okay, reel us in, Raj.
You live in Crestline now, Crestline, California.
Correct.
We used to hang together, used to come with us and sleep over at Auntie Beth's house.
Yep, I remember that.
But tell us how
it came
what
about.
What precipitated you moving to Crestline?
Well, what precipitated me moving was my brother Robert had been, buying places up here and living up near Big Bear, Green Valley Lake and all that, which is about, 30 miles from here.
Yeah.
Anyway, he started to do the process of buying a house. He goes, I think I'm going to buy this place. And we came up to look at it. And as we're driving by Goodwin's and he turns left up Lake Drive. And I'm like, Chris, he lives right up the street from Auntie Beth's old house.
No kidding, man.
I'm not kidding you. You go straight up Zurich, past Zell, and there's Weilerhorn is right there. You turn on Weilerhorn, Weyburn. It's like about a mile and a half up. He lives right up that street.
That is uncanny coincidence.
No, you want to hear an uncanny coincidence?
Yeah, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
If you can spit it out.
The first day that he comes back from work after moving up there, he calls me on the phone. He goes, Mark, you're never going to believe what I just saw. I'm like, what? And he goes, my Explorer that he had just traded in his Explorer to get a Land Rover Discovery.
Yeah,
was sitting in the driveway of the house across the street. The guy who lives there bought it.
No, that is
from a used car lot. And I said, if that's not God telling you made the right choice to move, then I don't know what is. Literally sitting right there, and he stopped the guy one day. And he goes, and the guy looked at him and he's like, why are you looking at me? Why are you looking at my car?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And Robert goes, that used to be my car. And he goes, get out of here. And he goes, I'm serious, man. I've got all the receipts. I put those lights on. I did this. I did that. And they talked. And then he finally gave him all the receipts to, for everything. He goes, if you ever need anything replaced, here's the receipts.
Oh, that is amazing, crazy. Man. I love stuff.
Isn't that great?
Random coolness.
Yeah, but now you're a mountain boy.
So I am, because, while we're up here, he's like, it would really be great if we had the family together. And he goes, I'd feel better if you were up here anyway. And he goes, wouldn't you like to just get out of the city? And I wasn't actually planning on when he was talking about it. I thought, okay. And I wasn't going to do it until this year. Actually, I was going to wait until springtime.
Yeah.
Yes.
But, we started looking at stuff, and I actually almost bought a place. I don't know if I ever told you that, but I actually almost bought a place.
Oh, God.
And luckily everything fell through because we were starting to really look at it with the inspector, and it just, something about it seemed off. And then we also found out it's in Cedar Pines Park also.
Oh yeah.
I know that place.
My friend Glenn Ross used to live there.
Yeah.
I remember you telling me that, right? But the one thing that everybody was telling me against Cedar Pines Park is that the water bills over there are ridiculous, because they're like $400 or $500 every month or two.
Get real, dude.
Yeah, seriously. Real. And I'm sorry, it's kind of skeezy over there, so no thank you.
Yeah, gotcha.
No thank you.
Fair enough, man.
So we found this place, and it's not the biggest place in the world. It's a little under 1,000 square feet, 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, but it's got a creek in front of it.
Yeah.
Or stream thing with bridges. And it is, I tell you, I thank God every day for being here, because I've never felt so relaxed more in my life. Cool. I feel like I'm on vacation.
Oh, that's beautiful, dude. You sent, I saw some pictures of the place, man. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
It gives me a feeling of peace even just looking at the pictures, man.
Yeah, but get this. He still works for a company.
So you work downtown?
In LA.
I still work for the same company downtown, and we haven't been in the office since COVID started.
Oh, of course not.
And they just told us recently, we've gone through like a few like false start dates. They've told us we were going to go back. Originally supposed to be, I think, September something, then October 4th. Now it's January something.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, but my boss is like, we've transitioned, the whole firm transitioned into a virtual firm so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And our department alone, my boss is like, I never realized, Mark, that we really don't need to be there. So, there's a chance that they may not bring us back at all. And she goes, and you can't believe I'm saying this, I'm sure. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hold it. You're fine with that? And I'm like, you're the one that used to say we all have to be here. She goes, yeah, but you know what? I like having these meetings virtually because then I can see you all. And I don't have to crane my neck around the room looking at everybody or looking at a big monitor and not really seeing everybody. So she likes it.
Well, you know what?
Like, okay.
Yeah, that is cool. And a lot of people are seeing that they don't need the offices, and this is going to create a real estate kind of a mass exodus. A lot of these companies, they don't need to be spending all that money.
Yeah,
it's going to have some kind of impact.
There's a blogger named James Altitude.
Strange
Blogger and podcaster.
I'm just talking to somebody about that too. Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, James Altucher wrote something to the effect that New York City was dying and went into all that.
Oh,
and why it's dying.
I've been reading about New York, yes.
Yeah, but then Seinfeld blasted his ass. But
what did he say?
You said I'm glad you moved to South Florida. Something like you don't have the fortitude to stay in New York. Something like that. But that was good for Altucher's blog.
It's a good time to move to New York. I'm sure you can get some good deals.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know how highly overpriced everything is? Like LA, San Francisco, and New York. I mean, San Francisco is actually just as much on crack with prices as New York is.
Oh, hell yeah. So was Boston.
But LA though is like really, really, really bad. Like I was living in Glendale before I moved up here, living right down by the Sears off Central.
Yeah.
Remember that one?
Yes,
where like Clancy's used to be across the street.
Clancy's. They closed Clancy's about 2 years ago. They've closed so many places through there.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, long story short, I moved there, and when I left, my rent was $1,500. Decent size apartment, it was 1 bedroom, 2 bath townhouse, 10 units, really nice. I left.
15.
They turned around and rented it for $2,000 a month without doing a damn thing to the house.
Oh, that says it all, man.
Youch. You lived in some cool places.
Golly, man.
Thank you, but not well. Yeah, when I was more in Hollywood, but the Alexandria, like Los Feliz area, I don't miss that.
Oh, I'm not necessarily talking about that. I'm talking about growing up on Cedarhurst was all right. That was nice.
That place still, the stairs going up the driveway are still painted the same green that I painted them 40 years ago.
No kidding, dude.
They're chipped off, and I drove by there. I'm like, people, you've painted the house, you've done work. Are you that cheap that you can't paint the stairs?
Well, it's an original house. Mulkeen art, man. So they can't.
Did that thing have?
Ain't nothing art like about it, brother.
I hear you, brother. So you know what? So the times we had up at your house and up at Hillside Manor.
Yeah. Well, there's a Counting Crows memorialized Hillside Manor. You know this, Mark.
They did?
Yeah.
In a song called Long December.
Yeah. Drove up to Hillside Manor sometime after 2 a.m. Talked a little while about
the building was called Hillside Terrace, though.
Oh.
We got the wrong place.
Bummer. We were talking about you the whole time.
With all this time, and you just
where's Hillside? I still dream about that old apartment. It's in one of those apartments where there's actually a fucking wet bar in the apartment.
And
take a guess how much that apartment's going for.
$5,000.
$6,000.
Yes, 5,000.
Oh
God Almighty!
I heard our apartment on Franklin's going for about $3,000.
Yeah, and the apartment. Okay, you remember where Candy used to live, right? In that old
building? Yeah.
So a few years back, I saw an ad, and I go over there, and who, of course, is there? Steve Kumitz is still there, and I'm like, and he sees me. He goes, Mark Mulkeen. I'm like, yes, it's me. He goes, oh my gosh. He goes, you're the one that wants to see this place, and I'm like, yeah. So it was Lisa Shimada's apartment.
Oh no way,
Shimada.
And they wanted $4,500 a month for it, and had not barely done a damn thing to that house.
Oh,
that
that's
apartment.
crazy.
It still looked like it was from the 70s.
God, but they were big, spacious. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, the living room was ridiculous because we used to live in the apartment above it. That's where we lived when we lived there.
Yeah.
And then Candy lived right behind me.
So you're facing the front. You're facing Fuller.
Yeah, and we have, oh my God, we have the most sick view, just like almost the same sick view that my grandmother's place had.
Yeah, grandmother's place.
Until they built in front of it.
That hillside, the view from the hillside place was awesome, man.
So we had,
the whole city.
And the times we had, man, hanging out.
Oh.
Good stuff, brother. Good stuff.
We had so much fun.
Absolutely.
So much fun.
It was magic.
How much you think that house at Bellagio goes for now if you rent it?
Who's that?
Oh, God. Peggy's old house.
Let's talk about Peggy. This guy.
We're talking about Peggy Lee now. Nice segue.
This guy became friends with Peggy Lee. I don't know how long ago, but he had everything to do with Peggy. As long as I could remember you, right, Mark? Was that the same?
Oh, yeah.
Like even 1980, you had already met her?
I met her in 75, actually, when I was 13.
Explain that. How is a kid get to know Peggy Lee?
Well, when your mother plays nothing but Frank Sinatra and Peggy Lee and Tony Bennett and all those people and Edie Gourmet and all these people growing up, and Peggy was her favorite singer. And then, as you know, my mom was away for a little while, so that was my way of kind of keeping connected with my mom, was listening to that music. Oh. So 7 years old, I decided out of the, pull it out of my ass, pardon my French.
Okay.
I write a letter to her, and I'm like, "Dear Miss Lee, I'm your biggest fan." And lo and behold, like about a month or two later, I get a letter. My grandmother comes in. She's like, "Mark," she goes, "You're never going to believe who wrote you back." I'm like, "Who?" She goes, "Peggy Lee did." I'm like, "What?"
Oh my God,
amazing.
That's a trip.
And somewhere I still have the type note with the little PL stationery, but it said, what is it? "I'm so happy to meet my number one fan." And
wow.
I can't remember exactly what else, but it said, "One day we will meet, love, Miss Lee." And it was typewritten, but she signed it. And I was like, oh my God.
Oh, that's
God.
And this was like 1969 or 70. So I was about maybe 7 or 8 years old.
Wow,
right?
dude,
so flash forward to Labor Day, 1975. Lord have mercy. What is with Labor Day?
God, I know. Here we are.
1975, she's playing in Vegas at the Flamingo Hilton, and we're all going up to Vegas anyway. So I go up the day before with my grandmother and great-grandmother, and my mom and Jack and my stepfather Jack and my brother Robert are coming up the next day.
Yeah.
So we're we're going gambling. My grandmother's going gambling, and I'm walking through the lobby, and the showroom door to the Flamingo room where Peggy was opens up, and there she is on stage, and I nearly pissed myself fell to the floor.
I'm sure you did, man. Sure you did.
Because I heard her singing at the end too, and I was like,
oh, no. Come on,
like
man.
that. And I was like, oh my God. And the security guard is outside, and I'm like, okay, what do I have to lose? And I walked up and I said, "Hi." And I don't remember if I said, this may sound stupid or whatever, but I'm thinking in my head it's going to sound really dumb to him. I said, "Could you tell Miss Lee that her number one fan, Mark, is here?" And he looked at me, he goes, "Excuse me?" And I said, could you just tell her that Mark is here?"
Yeah.
Not thinking that she might not know it was Mark Mulkeen or whatever.
Yeah, right.
And I'm thinking, this is never going to go anywhere. And about 5 minutes later, he comes out inside. He goes, "Come here, young man." And I just went, "Huh?" And he goes, "Miss Lee would like to meet you." And I'm like, oh my God.
Oh no.
So I walked down the hall. There's a long, I could see the stage, and there's the dressing room doors open. I walk in, and I see her looking in her makeup mirror, and she turns around wearing this big, beautiful white gown with feathers and all this.
Yeah.
And she says, well, I finally get to meet my number one fan. She goes, "Just look at you. You're so sweet." And I went, oh my God. I literally was like almost crying.
Oh,
seriously. Yeah, I would be.
I'm sure. I'm surprised you were able to say anything.
You were. Jeez, me. And I love to talk. Shut up, both of you. So,
yeah, man.
But what's funny though is it's like she gave me a big hug, and then we were just talking, and she said, "I'm going to leave tickets for you and your mom to come see me tomorrow night. Would you like that?" And I'm like, "Would I like that? Seriously?" And she gave me front row seats to see the concert. So I after I'm done, I go out in the hallway, and my grandmother comes walking up, and I told her, and she goes, "Oh my God." She goes, "You got to go back to the hotel and call your mom." So I called my mother, and she was so pissed that I met her.
Oh, I'm sure.
Her.
That's funny. Sure. That's funny. Your mom would be pissed.
God. She goes, "Mark Mulkeen, I can't believe you know how much I love her." And I said, "Well, really? I said, so
oh, no.
How would you feel about me taking you to see her with front row tickets tomorrow night? And she goes, what? And I said, that's right. She has front row tickets for us.
Oh, my God.
So we went and saw her the next night. And literally, I mean, Ronnie Shell, the comedian, was opening for her. He was the guy that played Duke on Private Duke on Gomer Pyle.
Oh, okay, my God.
Yeah,
Remember
cool.
that show?
Yep, sure.
Okay, so he's doing his little shtick, and he goes, well, I can't do my little thing with Mark sitting here. Because obviously Peggy told him who I was, and I'm just like turning beet red the whole time. I'm like, wonderful.
Mark, I've seen you turn beet red before.
That is so cool, man.
Thank you.
And so that began your friendship, huh?
That did, and I'll tell you the best part of the night, though, is that she was singing all her songs, and at that time, A Song for You by Leon Russell was one of her big hits.
Oh, damn.
She gets to the part, I love you for my life, you are a friend of mine, looks straight dead at me when she sings this.
Oh, come on, man.
And
Whoa.
I nearly fell out of my chair. My mother just looked at me and she goes, I don't believe this.
That's too cool,
and
man.
I'm like, what? And I said, you should actually, and I looked at her, I said, you should take it as a compliment. I stayed in touch with her because I missed you.
Oh, that's awesome.
And she goes, and that stopped her right dead in her tracks. She goes, oh, really? And I'm like, hello?
Man, how cool is that, dude? I mean,
and then
it's funny that
your mom didn't talk to you the rest of the night.
No, she actually did, because of course we got to go back there and she got to take a picture with her too, and they were talking and all that, and my mother was like almost dying.
That's awesome,
so
bro.
Cool, man. Hey, Raj covers that song, and I think he does a little solo version of that song, man. That's crazy.
That's a great song, man.
Yeah. For
it's
sure.
a great song. Chris, do you remember when you guys came up and it was you that came up and saw Tony Bennett?
Yeah,
there, right?
yeah.
How the hell let's talk about that. So you're house sitting.
So
you're house
we in the
sitting at
limo?
Peggy's.
I wasn't house sitting then. I was working for her.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Chris came up because I think we were going to go out.
Dude, I remember you worked for her once because I went there with you once too.
Yeah,
but go ahead.
That's right, you did. So I was working and Chris comes up and the doorbell rings and they answer the door.
That is
and
so
Chris
weird.
Was like, and I remember Chris is like, "Oh my God, it was like Jesus and Mary standing at the door." She goes, I wasn't expecting Tony Bennett.
No, but no, she goes, so you introduced her, or maybe I don't know, you introduced her to me. And she was so nice to me, and we had a pretty nice connection, man. You told her I was a musician and all. And
then Tony Bennett was there too, and he was nice too.
Oh yeah, but she goes, "Oh, Chris, this is my friend Tony."
Oh shit!
And I'm like, I couldn't believe.
I think I know who he is.
I couldn't believe what was happening, dude. I was giving you the look, man. It's like,
And you know what I'll say about him? That man. His voice, the power in that man's voice. Oh. Okay, when Peggy would sing, she had a stereo system there that she would plug her microphone into, and it would come through the speakers, of course.
Oh yeah,
Tony Bennett was standing there without a mic, and I could hear that man upstairs in the office with the door closed.
That's unbelievable. That's some pipes, man.
Hey, listen,
pipes. He still does. He's like 90 something, man.
Shocking, brother. Yeah.
Did you guys go Gaga over him?
I did.
I did. I did because that was another one of my mom's favorite singers, and by then she had already passed away, and I kept on thinking, oh my God, she would have loved to have met him.
I just couldn't believe what I was seeing, man.
This was a Lady Gaga reference.
I knew it was going to Raj.
God, you guys
leave it to Raj, man.
You're a bunch of squares.
No, wait, I just got to say,
if we're gonna shift over to Gaga, you did hear her do like Sound of Music song on the Grammys and nailed it, right?
No.
So Raj will be like sending out little.
I've never been a big fan of hers, but I had to. And I digress. But I saw that and my mouth dropped. I was like, this chick is legit.
Yeah, I'm sure she's great. But watch out, Raj is going to be throwing some prompts to us. Just ignore him.
Play a little game. Of course, you're in the Madonna camp. So since Madonna hates her, you don't like her.
Oh, please do not mention that. I don't even know why I ever liked that one. I listen to her now and I see her and I'm like, lady, grow the hell up. You're 1,000,000 years old. You've got 5 kids. Stop trying to act like you're a relevant pop star because you're really not.
Yeah, I mean,
and nothing against her. It's just like, if you're going to grow your brand, grow as a person as well.
Yeah,
don't get stuck in this but I the flip side to that, I also get it because I know how competitive Hollywood is.
True. Yeah.
And it's horrible. Like, I really feel bad for all the celebrities that are coming out now because there's way more pressure than there was with people like, Rock Hudson, all those people back in the day,
right.
That was all people were groomed.
Yeah.
There wasn't this, like sluttiness and like over the top of, sensuality and sexuality in your face. And there's nothing wrong with that, but kids don't need to see that crap.
No. And also there's the class, there's a certain class that's gone, man.
Dude, well, especially like if you watch old shows too, everybody dressed up when they went to concerts or award shows.
That's true. Now
you watch award shows, everybody shows up in like ripped jeans, t-shirts. They look like they just smoked like 5 bowls or
of course. My dad would be spinning in his grave, man, if we was hearing this.
So would my mom and grandmother too. They'd be like, yeah.
I'm not saying anything. You guys sound like disillusioned old men.
Well,
get out of here.
Don't act like you're young, you old fart.
Oh, geez.
So that was good.
Rip a gene, for God's sake.
Oh, for crying out loud. So, here's one for you guys.
Okay,
I'm just going to say a name.
You ready, Mark?
Ready to play this game?
What?
Tatum O'Neal.
Oh, Chris is a son of a bitch.
Oh, my God. Seriously. I still can't believe I wrote that fucking note and left that on her car.
Dude, wait a minute.
So Raj and Mark had a crush on Tatum O'Neal.
Yeah.
Huge crush.
And I don't know which one of you found out where she lived, but...
How do you know that? How do you know anything about that?
I was in the car with you.
Who found out where she lived? Was it me or you, Raj?
I think someone from HPS told me. I know who it is, but I'm not going to mention it. Hollywood Professional School.
I think I remember.
I remember driving by the house and all that apartment.
Yeah, we went that. I remember the address too.
Me too. I'm sure she doesn't live there anymore.
I went along and rode in that big Cadillac with you guys just to smoke weed and
big
hang out
ass
with you.
black Fleetwood.
Oh my god,
that was fun, man.
Oh my god, but I'm surprised. People. I didn't understand. That's the closest to stalking I ever got.
It was stalking.
It wasn't. Not really. It was good natured.
We went down there a couple times, and I even remember us waiting out in front of HPS too.
Yeah,
to see her drive off.
HPS is Hollywood Professional School.
Raj was creeping.
I'll have her.
You guys were both creeping.
I'm going to win her heart. No, I am.
So he wrote that song about her. I have to dig it up.
Be my star.
Yeah, be my star. I'll find it.
Okay, well, listen. Before this gets weird,
it's already weird, man. Go ahead.
Hey, I got one.
You're on it, aren't you, Raj?
What?
It's weird.
I got one. Oh my God, it's Richard Deacon.
Oh my God, fuck off.
Okay, that's awesome. No.
I have to say that because that was the response.
It has to be.
Yeah. Don't be shy. You could cuss.
Richard Deacon was I guess, B-grade celebrity who was on TV shows as a character.
Dick Van Dyke Show.
Absolutely.
And we weren't trying to be rude or anything. We were out and we're like, oh my God, it's Richard Deacon. And he looks at both of us and goes, oh my God, fuck off. It's like, really, dude? Okay, why don't you do that?
Maybe he was drunk.
And was that the same night that we saw Rock Hudson?
I don't know if it was.
So where were you guys at the what do you call that? The piano bar?
The Rose Tattoo.
The Rose Tattoo.
Yeah.
It was.
We were in the restaurant that was behind that place.
Yeah, and then we ate. So the restaurant was something else.
Oh, I thought you guys went to hear music.
We went to play music, but we ate there.
We went to play music, but we ate there beforehand.
And wasn't Rock Hudson eating there?
Yeah, and he was really nice. He came up to us and shook our hands and everything. He was really, really nice. But I think that's right when he had started to get sick, or he had he had just had his double bypass surgery, I believe.
Oh, I forgot about all that.
Oh, he was.
Yeah.
He was at one of my dad's parties at the hotel, man. I remember meeting him, but we had to at the end of the night, we had to kind of pour him into his car.
Yeah.
The chorus guys.
I always heard that about him and chorus boys.
Well, we had some chorus people from On the 20th Century. Remember, he was doing a play back in the late 70s. And so Dad had like chorus people and technical people staying there, and there was a little party.
You know how Dad used to throw those parties, Mark, the hotel.
Your dad, by the way, that was one classy gentleman.
Oh my God.
Miss him, brother.
Wait, what was
he was just such a lovely man. He really was.
Oh man.
He loved you, man.
I know he did. I loved him too. He was just a wonderful human being.
Oh, that's
brother.
Hey, he like the first time we were at LACC. You had an umbrella, or it was raining or something, and you and I were talking, and then you were going to do a audition or something, some sort of thing for Face the Music.
Face the Music, yeah, which was like Name That Tune back in the day.
With the guy who used to be Tarzan?
Ron Ely, that's right, whose daughter, Cindy, I went to school with at St. Ambrose
on
Fairfax, who was in my health class at LACC, and I had not seen her since 8th grade, and she was a humongous crush of mine.
Really?
No kidding, dude.
Oh, my gosh. Huge.
Oh,
huge
my
crush.
God. So we dropped you off somewhere on Sunset, like by the Cinerama Dome.
It was the old KTLA studios.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
That's where they were taping.
Mark had I think he had a little briefcase and an umbrella.
Yeah, Mark, I always remember you with the briefcase, bro.
Yeah, you always had a little briefcase going on. Some kind of like Porsche sunglasses, some kind of big sunglasses and shit.
Oh, I have pictures. I have a picture of you maybe all of us, or you and Raj, and yeah, I remember you had some big shades on.
Oh, yeah. You know what? That sounds like the one that I found that Raj and I took at the photo booth that used to be out in front of Pioneer Market on Vermont and Hollywood, right next to
Baskin Robbins.
That's the market.
There's a picture of both of us in there, and it was either Roger or me holding a Dr. Pepper can.
Yeah. Yes. I remember that. I think I remember it so well, man. That's amazing.
Yep. What about our trip to Walnut Creek in San Francisco, listening to DeBarge?
Oh, that trip, and I was so sick because we'd done mushrooms.
Oh, look out now! Where was I, man? Shit.
We were at Bill Adcock's place.
Well, yeah. Why don't you tell people? I'm sure the statute of limitations is over.
Come on.
And, that stuff. This was like what 1980, whatever. Yeah, when everybody was trying everything.
I'm just kidding, bro. I'm just kidding.
Hell, I try some now.
I just remember that he had that like calico kind of like shag carpeting, and it looked like it was spinning around in like bullseye patterns. And then we got into the Fleetwood, and I remember we were driving, and all the Armor that was on the tire, not on the tires, on the roof, was dripping down the back window as I was driving, and I was like freaking out, going, "Oh my God, it's the end of the world!"
My car's sweating.
Oh, that's funny, man.
Oh God. Yeah. But why didn't we could have waited? But you had a reason to go up there then.
We had to go up there because why did we go up there?
I don't know. Maybe,
I think probably because I had made plans to see the family friends that we stayed with
in Walnut Creek.
Yeah, well, actually Alamo, but Walnut Creek-ish. Yeah.
Remember the Alamo?
Remember the Alamo? Oh boy! Say hi, Roger.
Hi, Roger. That's awesome. We had a good time. I remember being fucked up at Fisherman's Wharf.
Yeah, and I was just going to say you were throwing down Lowenbrows left and right.
Oh my God! And all we did was drink and play in arcade games.
Yeah, and weren't you ducking into restrooms barfing?
I hope not.
Man, good times. I'm sorry I missed that soiree, guys.
We had fun. No, it was. I don't know. Maybe I had to go to the bathroom,
dude.
I don't think so.
Man, talk about we all had some seriously fun adventures, dude.
We did, and this is not gonna we're not gonna cover it all now. We're not gonna be able to cover it all now, man. But there's way more other things to talk about.
Well, we can always do a volume 2.
Well, I hope we do. Let's consider this a ongoing conversation, brother.
Yeah, man. Seriously, whenever you want, I'm game if I'm around.
Okay.
Well, I want to talk especially about also how Hollywood's changed, and it's not personal anymore. But it's not unique anymore. But can we leave it for another time?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know that we needed a Build-A-Bear on Hollywood. Is it on Hollywood Boulevard?
It's on Hollywood Boulevard, right next to the Chinese Theater and that little annex that goes over to...
Oh, that's right. They put one in there.
Yeah, well, there's one...
Dude, that whole street just is... Don't get me started.
It's homogenized, and
it's our old block.
Dude, there's a Build-A-Bear in the same building of ours, where our store is, and then... I get in Hollywood and I see the Build-A-Bear. It's like, oh
there it goes.
No,
you died a little inside.
It's like the magic has gone, dude.
Well, you want to talk about gentrification? There's like this big multi-use buildings all over the place in Hollywood now, and the homelessness is over the top.
Oh yeah, dude. I was talking to Jim Alden about that.
People don't care about.
Oh, it's insane, brother. Insane.
It is. It's such a shame, man. They've ruined it.
I mean, the fun we had roaming those Hollywood streets,
rampant corporatism,
having so much fun, and now it's just never going to be the same.
But it is in our hearts.
Man. And I was just talking to somebody just recently about that growing up there, because when we were kids, we could go down Hollywood Boulevard till 1 o'clock in the morning.
No problem.
Nobody would ever mess with you at all, except for when the curfews used to be in place, and then if the police saw you, they'd take you home.
Yeah, that never happened.
That only happened one time to us, but it was never sketchy. There was so much fun. There were so many little unique stores.
Yes.
Down there.
Absolutely, man. So much fun. It was a wonderland, brother.
Those stores neeked up on you.
They what, Raj?
They did, man.
They unique.
Raj, come on.
Never mind.
He's trying to be funny again, Mark. I told you he was going to try.
I'll try harder next time.
Well, keep trying, dude.
love you, brother. Man, it's good to hear your voice,
man. I love you so much, brother, and it's good to catch up, man.
I love you too, man.
So
it's great to reconnect. It's like every time. It's like Roger and I were just saying the other day when we were talking about doing this. Yeah. It's like time has not passed at all. It's like we just pick up where we left off.
No, and that's the beauty of being friends and brothers like we are, man.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, you guys are my brothers, and I love you with all my heart. I hope you know that.
Love you too, brother. Man. That was our friend Mark Mulkeen.
Yay, Mark. Take care of yourself, man.
You too, guys. Love you guys.
Love you, man. We'll talk.
Literally, let me know whenever you want to do a round 2 or a round 3. I'm up for it.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, it'll be a thing.
I'll have to see how this looks on playback.
Oh, Raj.
Yeah. I'm interested to see how this does on playback too.
Raj,
that'll hinge on whether there's another one.
What Raj acts like there's a video going on because he's You should see Raj, man.
Ridiculous.
I'll have to send you a picture. I'm going to do it now.
Okay.
I'm going to send a picture to Mark.
All right.
Yeah, there's one.
Oh boy.
I'll send it over to you, boy. Mark. I don't know.
All
right, brother. Well,
right, man.
We love you, man.
All right. God bless,
right
bro.
Back at you guys.
Okay.
You guys be safe.
All right, man. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great night.
Have a great one, man.
You too.
All right.
See you later, man.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, guys. Well,
wow,
that was
Mark,
our
man.
buddy Mark.
40 years ago this month. We have way more Hollywood stories.
Oh yeah, and so
with him,
and Jim Alden and all kinds of friends that we're gonna hit up. But thank you so guys. Thank you so guys for
thank you so guys much
for listening to 3 old friends and brothers have a chat.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we're the Yale Brothers.
Yes, we are.
YaleBrothers@gmail.com
or www.facebook.com/The Yale Brothers.
Oi. All right. Take care. Have a good time.
Well, let me get off here.
Okay. Let me get off here. Bye.
All right, bye.